latest mock draft for the LA Chargers is outstanding. They really find stars, and we'll break it down, and it's easy to see how it could happen when the draft comes around. If you're new to the channel, we are Detroit Lions fans. We live here in Michigan, so we love Jim Harbaugh. We're big Michigan fans, and so we're following him out to LA to see how he turns around the Chargers. And so this channel is all about the Chargers, and you really get an unbiased look into your team by following us. And so the Chargers, Craig did a really good video a couple days ago about how there's a lot more time and there's a lot more free agents and there's a lot of guys unsigned. And so now you can really sit back, go through the draft, and then there's other guys that you can pick up after the draft, kind of see where you fall first, right? So I know it looks thin in a lot of areas, but that's okay. And that's by design, really. And Ortiz has said that. So let's take a look at this draft, though. And it's kind of the one that you just think could really happen. So this is from PFF, and they say in here that they really do a good thing. You know, they really try to take the PFF numbers, but also take the public and not just go all PFF and have, you know, let's be like, use some common sense as well. So first pick, Caleb Williams, Drake May. So it goes quarterback, and then the Cardinals just go ahead and take Marvin Harrison Jr. Fine. If this happens, then we know that this is where the Vikings can come in. Vikings would trade that pick. They're going to give 11, 23, and a 25 third-round pick, which is perfect. And I think that's what all Chargers fans are kind of hoping for, really, is just let's trade out of it. Let's just trade out of it. Give me more picks. We're trying to build this right, smart. Jim Harbaugh is going to be here for a while. Let's build it up how you're supposed to. And that's through the draft, multiple draft picks. You're not one player away. Give me some more picks. So if we fast forward down to 11, that's where you see where they pick up the offensive tackle out of Washington, Troy Fautanu. And this is just a foundational piece, right? This is, I mean, if you're the 11th pick in the draft, you are an absolute stud. And I love this guy because he just played very well against Jim Harbaugh's Michigan Wolverines in the national championship game, earning a run and passing grades above 70. And he didn't record a single game passing block below 70 in 2023. He's got everything that you need. Now, here's why this is important, is because Jim Harbaugh just coached against him. And that's what we're seeing all throughout the draft. Harbaugh either coached you, recruited you, or played against you. So he just knows these guys. He's seen them firsthand, remembers them. So boom, book it, your offensive tackle for the next 10 years. Love that pick. Now, fast forward to pick 23 and see where we're at. And this is where you get your corner in Cooper DeJean. And look, thin at corner right now. And this is something you have to do. But Cooper DeJean, if you've been paying any attention, he is out of the Iowa. So Iowa is so weird because they suck. As far as a college football team, win-loss, excitement, all that stuff is just like, they're hard to watch. But they have individual players year after year that are just so incredible. The Lions have found that. Sam Laporta, Jack Campbell. These are guys that are outstanding, but they're kind of in the Iowa system. So they're not going to stand out. They're not going to be in the Rose Bowl. They're, you know, I shouldn't dog them too much. I mean, they win games, but you know what I mean? They beat Minnesota 10-7. They beat Illinois 13-3. You know, it's just like, oh my gosh. So don't let that distract you, though, from the individuals on the team that are rock solid, hardened, calloused type players that like you can put in. They can step right up from the beginning. So you get a tackle and a corner, two premium positions. Boom. You take it all day and you run with it. Now, I don't know if we went into the second round here or not. No. So that's why it's talked about that the Chargers are in the most interesting position of the draft. Of course, by now you know how Jim Harbaugh is talking up JJ McCarthy, and it's just hilarious because I actually do think he truly believes this, but it is funny because obviously he's talking him up just so that teams will want to take him in the top 5, in the top 10, make some movement. Movement is really good for the Chargers. So we'll see if that happens. Don't know exactly how much movement there will be, but we've talked about it when it comes to Jim Harbaugh. regardless of the personnel, we know the personnel has to improve. We know the personnel will improve over time, more draft picks, more cycles to free agency, like all that's it's going to happen. Like, okay, so we can't we, we we know that, but also what we need to understand is that Jim Harbaugh is going to change this team day one, just from his abilities. So what does that mean? He is going to make them more physical and more disciplined right from the beginning. And if you're more physical and more disciplined than the team that you're playing, you give yourself a great chance. Now, you need players, and everybody knows that, but you have the quarterback. So you've got the quarterback combined with good players, good coach, discipline. The Chargers are going to be better. So, again, let me know your thoughts in the comments on this one. I love this mock draft. It's one that's just about perfect. And we'll see all of you on the next one.